Full of changes. Said El Mala and Tsinta coming into the side. Simon starting in goal ahead of Mio Backhouse. But apart from that, everyone keeping their places after that thrashing of Malta. As for Georgia, they come into this currently in fourth, looking to put points on the board. Ramas Svanadze, the head coach, well aware of just how important it is for them to start picking up points now before they get back to the return fixtures in the new year. And they will have a tough task against a Germany team that will be full of confidence. Tom Bischoff wearing the captain's armband. What a performance from him against Malta. A hat-trick from the defensive midfielder. All three goals coming from outside the box as well. Long-range efforts. Lennart Karl, his Bayern Munich teammates, making quite the impact on his debut with a brace. Mohamed Damar coming off the bench to score the sixth on a night where Germany had over 40 shots, could have easily had more than just the 6 goals. They certainly had the chances. And I don't think anyone will be complaining. Nicolo Tresoldi, their number 9, leads the line again here this evening. It was quite remarkable not to see his name on the score sheet with so many goals scored. Tresoldi with 9 goals in 21 appearances. The young FC Bruges defender, or striker, should I say. So just to take you through that starting lineup before kick-off. Simon starts in goal. Tsinta at left back. Finn Jeltsch keeps his place at right back, and Karshi and Collins remain the partners in crime in central defence. Bischoff, the defensive midfielder, with Kemlein and Kömür ahead of him, supporting the likes of Said El Mala on the left wing, Lennart Karl on the right wing, and Nicolo Tresoldi in attack straight down the middle. On the bench for Antonio Di Salvo here this evening, Mio Backhouse, the backup goalkeeper, Morgala, Aseko, Nkili, Damar, Ibrahimovic, Kade, Anza, Pejcinovic, and Nelson Viper. Germany playing from right to left here in the first 45 in Tbilisi, Georgian capital, a beautiful part of the world. Highly recommend visiting. Very proud nation, and rightfully so. It really is a beautiful city. Fantastic food. Germany with 3 wins from 4. Their only defeat in qualifying was a bitter one, 3-2 to the current league leaders, Greece. 9 points to their name as things stand. Currently second place in Group F. Greece now with 15 points. Germany can close that gap with a win here today. Bischoff trying his luck from distance, why not? After a hat-trick against Malta from similar range. Really were some cracking goals scored by Germany in that game. Oh, what an impact Lennart Karl made. A star in the making, if he isn't one already. Enjoying first-team football with the German champions Bayern Munich already this season. Has looked very much at home since joining the Under-21 national team as well. Germany will be expected to win here, even if it is Always a little bit more difficult away from home. There's only the 9 group winners, as well as the 1 best runner-up that will qualify for the finals in Albania and Serbia. The 8 remaining runners-up will compete in a playoff to determine the final 4 participants. Still plenty of football to be played though. The return fixtures in the group stage here in qualifying, starting in March of next year. Saeed El-Mala on the left wing today. As part of the senior side against Luxembourg on Friday. Germany securing a 2-0 win thanks to a brace from Nick Voltemade. He's joined up again with the under-21 squad for this game here against Georgia. Karshi does really well to deal with the danger there. And Georgia's big number 9, Daizadze. Antonio De Salvo absolutely delighted with his team's performance against Malta. I suppose the only negative you could take away from it was that Germany didn't take as many chances as they created boatloads. Could have easily scored more than 10 goals in that game. Ashot Galtachyan from Armenia, the referee here this evening. Georgia with two draws and a win. A European Championship qualifying campaign so far. The first defeat was to table toppers Greece. Scored 7, conceded 5. Germany and Georgia have faced each other before at under-21 level. Back in the 1995 European Championship qualifiers. Germany winning 2-0 and then 3-0 in the return fixture. Sure, Antonio De Salvo and company would take the same this time around. Karshi wide to El-Mala. Has seen quite a bit of the ball already. Saeed El-Mala has had quite the start to the season in the Bundesliga. Justifying his call-up to the senior side. Has been absolutely on fire with Cologne. Making his 5th appearance at under-21 level here this evening. Germany's next qualifier, when the action returns next year, will be at home against Northern Ireland. Before then, they face Greece after that, which will be a massive game in terms of who finishes top of the pile when it's all said and done. Those games on the 27th and 31st of March, at the end of the month. Mala. Majority of play coming down the left wing so far. Complete opposite when compared to the game against Malta a few days ago. Lennart Karl saw a lot of the ball at his feet on that right side. To good effect as well, scoring 2 on the night. Not a bad way to make your debut. Really do have a lot of young, exciting talent in the Germany setup. The likes of Bischoff, Elmala, Lennart Karl, Tresoldi. Personally, I thought that Kamur put together a fantastic performance as well. No goals to show for it, but was involved in almost every move going forward. Replaced by Mohamed Damat late into the second half, who came off the bench to score Germany's 6th. Well, Germany with the lion's share of possession so far. Lovely switch of play there from Bischoff. Lennart Karl just struggling to take it in his stride. It was a good first touch, the second letting him down though. Kemlein could have scored a hat-trick himself. So many goal-scoring opportunities for Kemlein against Malta. This wasn't his night in terms of finding the target or the back of the net. Collins out wide to Jelch. Clearance only as far as Kanashi. There's Lennart Karl. Georgia sitting very deep here. Seem pretty happy to let Germany have the ball, try and break them down. On attacking the cross from Jelch there. Georgia struggling to get out of their own half at the moment, as Germany will keep the pressure on with the throw. Good tenacity on show there from Tabatadze. Just running out of space. No real outlet for Georgia up there when they do get on the ball. Deep inside their own half. One back just inside it now though. Here's Tabatadze. Cross with the outside of the boot there. Had space ahead of him. Will be kept in play here by Daizadze. Pass picked off by Lennart Caldo. I think that will be Georgia's main problem, is when they are able to break, can they get bodies forward quickly enough? Tabatadze perhaps just rushing that cross a little. I think he had a bit more time and space to work with. He was asking a lot of his big number 9 with the delivery that eventually came into the box. Said Al-Mala coming back the other way. Good dink! And very nearly a fantastic goal there. Kermit on the volley. Had to take it side on there. I think it came off the inside of the boots rather than putting his laces through it. He tried to guide it back across and into the corner. What a spectacular goal that would have been. Great work from Al-Mala on the wing. He did put his laces through it. Deserving of at least a goal in the game against Malta. Kömür already having an influence here as well. Quarter of an hour gone, still 0-0. That's pretty much all Germany so far. Best chance of the game just moments ago. Long ball over the top. A hopeful launch forward. Something we'll probably see quite a bit of from Georgia here tonight. Able to keep control of it in the second phase though, which now does finally let them get some bodies forward and into the Germany half for a change. Forced a little further back than they'd like. That's a good ball though. And the flag goes up for offside. Baziladze just drifting into an offside position. Dadian with a fantastic ball to pick him out. Wow, shame really. Got so much space and is completely free out on that wing. No need to set off as early as he does. A wasted opportunity there for the home team. Big football following here in Georgia. Might not be a full house here tonight, but very passionate football fans. Very proud to see some of their senior players, the likes of Kvaratskhelia, setting the football world alight. In Serie A, now with Paris Saint-Germain, Liga. The man they call Kvaradona here in Georgia, in Tbilisi especially. You go around the city, you'll see murals of him all over the place. Very much a living legend in this part of the world, and rightfully so. Cracking footballer. There's a handful of Georgian players that are right up there when it comes to elite football. Mamardashvili as well, over in the Premier League, the goalkeeper. Very, very highly rated. To be fair to Georgia, last sort of 3-4 minutes, they've just settled into the game a little more. Not as on the back foot they have been in the first 15 or so. Likes to cut inside. Bischoff. Tainter will leave it to Saeed Al-Mala. Early cross in towards the back post. Only really Nicolo Tresoldi making a move forward there. No one supporting in behind. Beruashvili in goal. More than happy to let that one run out of play for a goal kick. Another long ball forward. Picked up by Dadian. And a shot on goal for the home team. Relatively easy save in the end for Dennis Simon. Germany looking to get it back the other way quickly. Lennart Carr. Heavy touch, sees the ball run away from him. Picked up by Finn Jeltsch though. Germany will patiently build their next attack here. With this being the last competitive game of the year for Antonio Di Salvo's under-21s, they'll want to end the year on a high. So far, still sort of waiting for this game to come to life. More chess than checkers so far. Beruashvili not willing to take any chances there. Helps it over the crossbar and out for a Germany corner. Pretty sure it was meant to be a cross and not a shot on goal. Mount Kermur puts it in low. That's a really interesting take on the corner. Fizzes it in towards Tom Bischoff. He then can't really get a serious shot off. Didn't quite make the contact he was looking for there. Well thought out move though. Very nearly catching Georgia completely off guard. Another look at that half chance from the corner for Germany. And Lennart Carr Tries his luck from long range there, after a lapse in concentration at the back. Probably had a bit more time. As well as other options available. Rushing that effort slightly. Feeling confident after his brace against Malta. Daizadze. And a slight push in the back of Collins, not much in it though. Free kick taken quickly. Germany coming again here. Jelch runs into trouble. Return ball to him. Not exactly the best there. Tabatadze does well to hold on to it, and then instead of playing it out wide, goes for glory himself. Slight rush of blood to the head there for the Georgian number 21, having done so well initially. Just had to slot it off to his left where Daizadze was waiting, unmarked as well. Said Al-Mala with a great cross, and Tresoldi's header off the post. What a delivery there from Said Al-Mala. He whips it in, and Tresoldi just lets it glance off his forehead, hoping to find the far corner. Denied by the woodwork though. Best chance of the game. Very nearly the opening goal. Wonderful cross from Said Al-Mala there. Tresoldi nearly does everything absolutely perfectly there. Germany very unfortunate not to find themselves 1-0 up. Free kick taken short, and another chance goes begging. Kemline this time over the crossbar from inside the box on the volley. Well, past the midway point of this first period of play. Germany should probably be in front already, with the chances they've had. We're very much in control of the game in terms of possession. For the opening 15 or so, since then Georgia have had 1 or 2 half chances of their own. It's definitely grown into the game a little more. You'd still have to say Germany probably the team in the driving seat though. Nothing wrong with the challenge, or is there? The whistle does eventually go. It didn't look like there was much in that. Antonio Di Salvo not happy. The referee just having a word with the Germany manager. That is a very, very soft call for the foul on Tabatadze. Played forward quickly by Leonard Carr. To Soldi. Tries to centre it for Said El Mala, but it's too far ahead of the Cologne forward. Bischoff does well, bring the ball down under control. Kardashi into El Mala, closely marked up. And Georgia able to deal with the danger again. Line. Leonard Carr does well to win the ball back immediately after the misplaced pass. Worst of crosses, no one there to attack it though. Mala picks up the pieces. Georgia really crowding the edge of the penalty area. Similar approach to that of Malta a few days ago. Is why that first Germany goal is so important, just to open things up. Forces the hand of Georgia then. Means they can't sit quite as deep, have to go looking for an equaliser, which in turn creates space for Germany to take advantage of going forward themselves. Tawadadze just crashing into Finn Jeltsch there. Arriving a little late. Does try to go for the ball there, Tawadadze. Definitely no malicious intent behind it. It's still a foul. Namdi Collins switches it out onto the left. Said El Mala. Germany still looking for the breakthrough here. Haven't seen Said El Mala take the defender on too many times. More often than not has gone for the cross. rather than the one-on-one situation, which is somewhat surprising considering he is such a threat in those one-on-one situations. Incredible control with the ball at his feet, good pace as well. Haven't really seen that side of his game so far anyway, with a little over half an hour gone. Tapatadze down with a problem. Ramas Svanadze, the Georgia head coach, will be pretty pleased with how things have gone so far. Team have been second best here, but at 0-0, still everything to play for them. Good to see some Germany fans here in Tbilisi. No surprise as to which set of fans has been louder. That is what you'd expect. So a little over 10 minutes still to go in this first half. Germany, the team, pulling the strings. Nicolo Tresoldi getting closest. That header off the post. Just the one shot on target from Georgia. No real problem for Dennis Simon in goal though. Chance here perhaps for Georgia. On the half volley there from Gvasalia, the right back. Had to adjust with the ball coming in at chest height. Put under pressure straight away by Collins as well, so had to get the shot off quickly. Easy stop in the end for Simon in goal though. Another look at it here. Collins does well to close the angle. Straight at the German goalkeeper though. Amala does well to shrug off the challenge, but then can't keep the effort down. Such a talented player, such an important player as well, which is why we see the ball continuously being sent his direction. And hasn't quite hit fifth gear just yet. Especially when you consider what he is capable of, what we've seen from him for club and country this season already. Still waiting for him to really get going. As already mentioned, I'd like to see him try and take on a defender a little more than he has. Early ball into the feet of Teinta on the underlap. Comes off Dadian, who takes one for the team to concede the corner. Lotus cross takes a deflection, kept alive by Finjelch. Now Collins to Bischoff, first time across the face of goal. Begging for anyone to get a touch on that. Tresoldi doing his best to. I think the pace on the ball is making it impossible for Tresoldi to get there in time and stay on site. It's fizzed across with real venom. Tresoldi unable to get there quickly enough. Thumbs up for the attempt though. Paderborn's Dennis Seidman. Good distribution from inside his own box there. Another switch of play, this time to Lennart Karl. Too much to do under pressure there for Kermit. Now Bischoff. Marlow will try and keep it in play and does enough to win the throw as well. Marla tries to create some space and does really well to get the ball across. Just too many bodies there to get the ball clear. Tinta tries to feed it inside, sees the ball come back his way. Now Bischoff. Ball into Tresoldi. Too much fizz on it for the Germany number 9 to control. Kemline able to turn and find Lennart Karl. Ball back, off target. Kemline to Jelch. Dink inside. Kemline going for the cheeky scorpion finish there, but unable to make contact with the ball. Georgia quite literally parking the bus here at the moment. Game plan quite clearly not concede. Try and snatch a goal on the counter-attack. Jelch does well to come away with a throw there. Kermit tries to dance his way through. And Marla there in support. Tries to curl one, looking for the top shelf there, but cuts underneath the shot, skies it up and over. Well, Germany have had chances to take the lead. as has been the case throughout qualifying. Not quite as clinical as Antonio De Salvo would like in front of goal. In terms of chance creation, they're probably right up there with Greece, if not better. There is a German saying in football, which is, if you don't score going forward, you almost certainly will concede at the back. It's been a good performance from Georgia in terms of effort and willingness to run, close down as a unit. Looked very organised, very solid. Perhaps a little bit of good fortune mixed in there as well. Tresoldi and his effort off the post. Sometimes you have to ride your luck a little bit against better opponents. The longer they can hold on to 0-0, the more they will believe there might be something for the taking here tonight. And what a result it would be for Georgia. Again, just a little rush there. Line. A lot of height on that ball, out wide to Yelch. Yelch returns the favour from a wide area. Georgia will concede the corner though. Two minutes added on, 1 minute of that 2 already played. Dead ball situation here for Germany. Can they break the deadlock just before the half-time whistle goes? Would be a great time to score. Delivery in towards the near post, and it is into the back of the net. Thought it was going wide there for a second, but Lennart Karl pops up at the back post to slot home his third for the under-21s in just his second start and appearance for them. Right at the death of the first half, Germany break the deadlock. And that will set them up for the second 45 very nicely now indeed. It's a great delivery from Bischoff. I think it's Tresoldi who attacks it. A glancing header on. That's actually Elmala who heads it towards the back post. Pretty sure he was trying to hit the target, but will settle for an assist. It's clever play from Kemline as well. He must have gotten a shout from Karl just over his shoulder. There's a better position to slot it home. So Germany with a 1-goal cushion as both teams head down the tunnel at the break here. Antonio Di Salvo. The action underway again here. Now the majority of attacking play going through Said El Mala in the first half for Germany. Involved in the goal as well with the assist. I'm not sure it was an intentional one. I'm pretty sure he was trying to head the ball towards goal. Worked out well for Germany in the end, especially for Lennart Karl. He's making quite the impression since joining up with the under-21s. And what a season that young man is having. Breaking into the first team at Bayern Munich. Making a lot of headlines here with the under-21s during the international break. Said El Mala picks up the pieces of some sloppy defending at the back there from Georgia, and they have to concede a corner as a result. Conceded from one just before half-time. Can Germany punish them again just after the restart here? Delivery in towards the near post. This time Tresoldi, the player attacking it. Can't keep the header down though. Haven't seen too much from the Bruges striker here this evening, although to be fair to him, hasn't had all that much service come his way. Half chance there for Mert Kömür. Just too many Georgian bodies in the way. Does walk away with a corner though, and will take it himself. Height and distance that time from Kömür. Kemlein with the header on target. Had to generate all the power himself though. So an easy catch in the end for Beruashvili. A good start to the second half from Germany. Pretty much picking up where they left off really. Japaridze. Taking one to the lower back there. He's back up on his feet quickly. High press, winning the ball back inside the Georgia half. Lennart Karl, the goal scorer. by Yelch. Now Collins venturing forward. Namdi Collins still going and wins the corner. Great work from the central defender there. Kharabashvili seems to be in quite a bit of pain here. Coming off worse. That battle with Namdi Collins. Get a better look at it here. Collins does land on top of the right leg of Kharabashvili. He's a big boy, Namdi Collins, so quite a bit of weight crashing down on top of that leg. Will continue to receive treatment. I'm not sure he's going to be able to continue though, as Ramas Svanadze is preparing a change. Tom Bischoff with the delivery in towards the near post. Georgia with a chance to break quickly. Germany do so well to get bodies back in time. Simon puts the ball out of play under pressure. Georgia still down to 10 men at the moment. Home team a little fortunate to come away with the throw there. Quite clearly came off the Georgia player, so you can understand the shouts of frustration from the Germany side. Kemlai. Noel Mala runs into trouble and gives away the free kick. So Georgia Karzeladze getting ready to come on to replace the injured Kharabashvili. To, of course, wish him a speedy recovery. Georgia back to full strength again. Germany coming forward down the right with Leonard Carr. And nearly cracking dink towards the back post there. Just didn't quite have enough lift on it. Brought down nicely by Bischoff. Camus to Karl. Karl! Just cuts inside and then tries to catch everyone off guard by sneaking it inside the near post there. Credit to BeReal in goal, who does well to adjust in time. Just takes a step to his right, then has to quickly shift to his left. Might have been just going... No, looks like it was sneaking it. So a really big save there on BeReal. Tresoldi header up and over from the corner. And Germany on the hunt for a second here to try and seal the deal early. Germany with over 70% on the possession here tonight. Just one goal to show for it so far. Total of 13 shots. Georgia with just 3 shots at goal so far. But at 1-0, still anything possible here. Will, of course, have to take a few more risks now, Georgia. A little bit more adventurous going forward. Kemline to Tresoldi. Tresoldi lines up the shot and finds the bottom corner. What a strike from Germany's number 9. Wasted no time in pulling the trigger once the ball came his way. Saw a little opening and picked his spot beautifully. Niccolò Tresoldi, who hasn't had all that much to work with today, gets another goal under his belt for the under-21s. That's now his 10th into double figures under Antonio Di Salvo. One of those that's a nightmare for the goalkeeper. Just takes a bounce off the surface just as it lands in front of him. Does it take a slight deflection on its way? I think it might. Just come off the calf of the defender. Get a better look from this angle. No, it's off the knee. And it's a deflection that probably helps Tresoldi. I think it might have been heading wide had it not taken that touch. That's a massive goal for Germany now, though. 2-0 up. A little over half an hour still to go. Tresoldi tries to pick out Leonard Karl. Ball at his feet now, though. Gets the block in to keep the pressure on and keep Georgia pegged back deep in their own half. Jelch. Far more open game now all of a sudden. Bischoff. You can see what he was trying to do. He was looking for Saeed Al-Mala at the back post, but Al-Mala just putting the brakes on his run there. Well, that second goal will just help settle any nerves that were there for Germany, already knocking the ball around. There's a much more relaxed tempo and confidence. Germany players all of a sudden finding a little bit more space, the likes of Leonard Carl and company. Well-timed tackle there from Bischoff. Saeed Al-Mala goes for the low cross, settle for a corner. Mohamed Damar getting ready to come on here. We'll be joined by Ilya Zanza. He started on the left wing against Malta. And a handful of opportunities of his own as well. Al-Mala with the header out for a goal kick. That might be his last touch of the ball here tonight. No goals, but an assist to his name. Has certainly played his part. Very lively down that left wing. The referee is running a very tight ship here this evening. As Al-Mala is told to take the long way round. Ilya Zanza with one goal already at under-21 level. Mohamed Damar with 3 to his name. Both have got 5 appearances under their belt. Damar coming off the bench to score the 6th and final goal on the night against Malta a few days ago. Fantastic player, Mohamed Damar, the Hoffenheim midfielder. Probably slightly disappointed not to be in the starting lineup against Malta or here tonight again, but best thing he can do is put in a similar shift. Try and influence the game again. So much talent in the team. Must be a very difficult job for Antonio Di Salvo when it comes to picking your starting 11. Of course, a problem that most managers would love to have. Hasn't necessarily been the best performance we've seen in qualifying from Germany. There have been some absolutely superb performances. And it has been very professional, pretty much plain sailing. Done what they've had to do. Goals have come at great times in the game. Still time for more here. Hands up to Bischoff. Floats one towards the back post. Carl there waiting. Doesn't quite reach him though. Germany will keep the pressure on. Kemlein spreads it out wide. Heavy touch from Carl. Bounces up off the knee there unexpectedly. And Germany win it back again. And now the whistle goes with the player down at the back for Georgia. Gianashvili with a problem here. Georgia getting ready to make a double change as Tsulukidze and Berelidze getting ready to come on. Lord Kipanidze, one of the players to make way. And Japaridze will follow him to the bench for a breather. Georgia still a man down here. With Gianashvili waiting to come back on. Chance here for Germany to take advantage of the extra man. Ball whipped in, Tresoldi attacks it. Comes back out to Bischoff. Smart play from Germany, and Bischoff there. Quickly recognised there wasn't any room for a delivery. Damar plays it in behind Kemlen, finds a way through to Tresoldi, and Ilias Anza from a standing position gets the shot off, but can't really generate any power to trouble Beruashvili in goal. Good play from out wide there, from the substitute Parkadze. Unable to find a white shirt in the box with his cross. As Anza draws the foul just inside the Georgia half. Karshi brought down. I have to say Karshi and Collins have done an impeccable job in terms of dealing with Georgia's number 9. It can be a handful. The big boy Daizadze, lots of pace as well. Another player who needs treatment now. Georgian players starting to drop like flies in this second half. Looks like Karshi still feeling the aftermath of that tackle. Very quickly back up on his feet though. Looks like Dadian will be okay to continue as well. He hobbles away, the Georgian captain. Just under 20, still to go here in Tbilisi. As things stand, Germany on their way to another 3 points to keep the pressure on Greece at the top of the table. I would expect Germany to beat Northern Ireland when the action resumes in the new year. And then what a game against Greece at the end of March. Tusoldi. Dama from a standing position, able to generate more power than Anza shortly before. And straight at the keeper. Pass picked off by Yelch. After good work initially by Basiladze. Tusoldi. Elias Anza. Loses possession there. Sent straight back by Karshi. Towering header from the big man at the back. And Germany just continuously chipping away. This deep-lying defence from Georgia. Looking for a third goal to well and truly put it out of reach. Bischoff out wide. And a scramble at the goal mouth there. Mohamed Dama looking a little confused as to why the whistle went. Didn't see too much in that, to be fair. So Noella Secco and Nelson Viper getting ready to come on. Kemline will make way. Another strong performance in the middle of the park from Kemline. Always know you'll get a similar effort from Noella Secco. Nelson Viper will be eager to secure a third goal for Germany. Does already have 5 under his belt at under 21 level. The Mainz striker out there making his 17th appearance for the under 21 side. Dama. Again, looking for Leonard Carl, who's always lurking at that back post. It's been a little unfortunate in terms of the deliveries that have come his way. Never enough height on them. Did pop up in that area to break the deadlock here just before the break. Great ball from Tinta. Naseko just letting it run across his body. Don't think he was aware how close the Georgia defender was to him. Lovely drop of the shoulder. Damar able to turn. Carl just gets underneath it a little too much. Looked like it just bobbled up before he hit it as well. Damar lines it up, sends it up and over as well. Haven't quite had their shooting boots on today, Germany. Especially compared to the game against Malta. Everything they were hitting in the second half seemed to find a way into goal. Bischoff. Same outcome. Just over the head of Nelson Viper. Carl trying to play Yelchin shortly thereafter, but comes to nothing in the end. Edging towards the final 10 minutes here in Tbilisi. It looks like Germany have done enough to get the job done. Nowhere near at their best tonight, but better than Georgia, and that's all that matters. Another reminder of the next games in the qualifying campaign in the new year. Still a ways to go until then. Germany at home against Northern Ireland on Friday the 27th of March. And then 4 days later, the big one in Greece against Greece on the 31st. A game that could potentially decide who finishes at top of the pile when it's all said and done and moves on to the finals. Karshi again does ever so well. Has had Daizadze in his pocket all night. Long-range attempts from Tom Bischoff. Always heading wide there. Antonio Di Salvo will want his side to score more if they can. Goal difference could come into play in this group, especially if Germany do beat Greece and then both sides win all of their remaining games. As things stand, Greece with 16 goals scored, but just 2 against. Germany have scored the most goals in the group with 17, but have conceded 4 times, which means Greece do have a 1 goal advantage in terms of goal difference on plus 14 compared to Germany's plus 13. So another goal here tonight would certainly help their cause going forward. Over the top for Viper. Muscled out of the way. So Leonard Carl with another goal. And another solid performance out on that right wing, replaced by Anton Kade, the Augsburg winger, on to make his 2nd appearance under Antonio Di Salvo. Daizadze coming off. Gurutskaya on to replace him. Viper does well with his back to goal. Here is Kade. Whips in a really promising cross. It's Finn Jeltsch who gets closest to it inside the box. The right back venturing forward, nearly rewarded. For 1-2. And Viper off the post. What a vicious strike that was from Nelson Viper. A lot of venom behind that one. Very nearly a spectacular goal from the new man up front. Great little 1-2 with Anton Kade. And look at the power he gets behind that strike. Very nearly a cracking third goal there for Germany. Nelson Viper, very unfortunate not to get his name on the score sheet. As Dimitri Gurutskaya finds himself in an offside position on the quick counter. 3 minutes and some change still to go here. Well, I think as the ball is hit, he does just drift into an offside position there. Damar. Viper with the header. Had Ilias hands up just over his shoulder, is probably positioned a little better. Viper being a striker, always going to go for it himself. Great control from Mohamed Damar. Gets his shirt pulled to draw the foul, yellow card. Dadian, the Georgian captain, into the book. Right under the nose of the referee as well. Was never going to get away with that one. Bit of frustration coming through in the end. Bit of a frustrating night for Georgia. Never really been allowed to play their game. Adding to that frustration will be the fact that Germany haven't really been at their best. There was an opportunity here today for the home team, but Germany, even not at their best, simply too strong. Too many weapons. They might still bag themselves a third here. Viper. No room to get the shot off. Aseko tries it from the edge of the penalty area. And then Beruashvili has to scramble across due to the deflection on the final effort from Jeltsch. Not sure it was going to find the target there, but Beruashvili not willing to take any chances. Damar coming back from an offside position. As we head into stoppage time, still waiting to see how much will be added on here. So 5 minutes added on. Quite a few stoppages in the second period of play, with a fair few Georgian players going down injured. And requiring treatment as well, not to mention the substitutions made by both teams. There's technically still enough time for Georgia to salvage something here, as unlikely as it may seem. Dadian tries to play one around the inside of Yelch there, but Yelch wide awake. Misplaced pass from Bischoff. Haven't seen too many of them from him. Baziladze. Georgia with one last roll of the dice here. Header back across, plucked out of the air by Collins under no pressure. Able to feed it out wide to Anton Kade. Sends it upfield for Viper to chase. One back in a promising position here. Viper out to Anton Kade. Kade to Damar, or at least that was the idea. Not quite the execution though. Anton Kade, and with the foul. 2.5 minutes of stoppage time still to go here in Tbilisi. Kade will pick up a yellow card for his troubles. Collins quite clearly fouled there. A little bit of afters off screen there as well. Namdi Collins, not a player you want to mess with, if you ask me. Germany with a corner. Now the referee just have a word with both players. Baziladze, the player involved in the Georgian shirt. Namdi Collins not too happy with him. Mohamed Dama with the corner. Not enough height on it to get it past the first defender. Final seconds running down now. We'll finish slightly early. So Germany with a 2-0 win. Goals from Lennart Karl just before the half, and then Tresoldi just before we got to the hour mark. Another clean sheet for Antonio Di Salvo's side as well. And they will cap off the year with another win in the group stage, which takes their tally to 12 points now to keep the pressure on Greece heading into the new year. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back in March for the return fixtures as Germany continue to try and qualify for the 2027 Euros. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you do next time. And as always, until then, stay safe and take care.